he gets the variety.
Got a motion to open?
Make a motion to open the meeting.
Yeah, your second, Steve already did it, but that's
Okay.
good. All in favor? That's a vote. Carl?
Make a motion, we approve the following warrants. Warrant 105 in the amount of $97,997.26. Warrant 106 in the amount of $119,420.38. Warrant 107 in the amount of $17,071.98. Warrant 108 in the amount of $230,605.76. Warrant 109 in the amount of $17,349.40. And warrant 110 in the amount of $37,168.92.
Second.
Move and second to approve warrants 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, and 110. All in favor? That's a vote. Approval of our minutes from May 26th of our regular council meeting. And
I make a motion, we accept the minutes from the regular council meeting, May 26th.
Second.
it's been moved and second to approve our regular meeting minutes of May 26, 2020. All in favor? That's a vote. Department head reports. First up is the fuel usage. Bob, you're the winner again.
Yeah.
Public Works, Jamie, how's things going?
Good.
Anything of interest?
We've been working out the landfill. That's kind of one of the reasons you haven't seen me out and about very much. We've been trying to finish off phase 4 so we can just be done with it and start on phase 2. And we pretty much finished it this afternoon, and they're coming Wednesday to hydro seed it. So DEP should be thrilled when they show up, whenever that day is, but usually they come June or July. We've got to kind of steadily water it for 7 days, so, but I got guys that can get a hold of the fire truck pretty easy, so we'll have to mess around with that every day for a while, but hopefully we get grass growing and everybody be happy.
And the industrial park looks good. You push out that, so that looks good.
Yeah.
Is there anything for Jamie? Transfer station? Things good out there.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. We get everything cleaned up best we can, and just everyday stuff.
All right, nothing for Jamie on transfer station. Mike, how are you doing?
Very well.
Excellent. Getting prepared for your summer camp?
Yep, starts Monday, all systems go. All set.
Anyone have anything for Mike on recreation? Baileyville Police, Bob, how's it going?
Busy.
Busy.
I did put an incident of note in there. There was a domestic call down at 8 Hillside Street, involved a weapon, and there were several shots fired in the home. Jamie Barnett from McAllis PD came up, had a good relationship with the guy inside of the gun, and talked him into coming out and surrendering. Nobody hurt. I talked to Jamie, I talked to a sergeant, his chief, and Mike Ellis at the town, or the city building, McAllis, and let them know that without him, things could have gone differently. So I'm glad they went the way they did, nobody was hurt, and hopefully he gets the help that he needs.
Yes. All right, anything for Bob? Seeing none. Wastewater? Are they going to be doing Route 1, Chris? From Bohannon to Maple Street as far as paving part of that,
That's part of our part of the VBUC contract,
this
right?
phase?
They asked to extend the deadline on the Route 1 section just because they didn't want to drive over that new hot top pulling onto South Princeton and up on Maple Street. So they wanna get everything done on Maple Street before they do, and the town didn't have a problem, which I guess is us.
Yeah.
And, Oliver didn't have a problem with pushing it back. It didn't push it back a lot, cause they still supposed to be done and out of here in August, so it still will be done.
It's gonna be
before
up to
then.
lanes anyways, I'm assuming, or.
Well, we'll get ready for them, and then we'll be stuck waiting on
Stuck,
lanes,
right.
yes.
And then the other question I've got, Broadway, when are they going to put grass seed on?
They'll be coming back pretty quick on that. I think they like the die-off they saw, but I think they have to have a, I wanna say it's 30 to 45 days after they kill it before they can put something back and make sure that you don't.
So sometime in July
I'm
then.
gonna guess it's gonna be coming in July. August might be better, but July, I'm sure they're gonna wanna get it established before they bug out.
Okey-dokey.
But guaranteed they're gonna shoot hay on your roof again.
I'm sure. I'm sure of that. All right. Nothing else for department head reports? Anything else, Chris, you need to report on?
No, just the, insurance update, just, continue to add places onto that. I'm keeping it, making sure we keep the minimum on it.
All right, moving on to new business, approval of our town meeting warrant, and there is a motion there. We do have one that if we do sign it, we need to, or if we approve it, we need to sign it, so you need some signatures before you leave.
I move that the Baileyville Town Council approve the warrant for the annual town meeting on July 7th, 2020 at 6 p.m. at the Woodland Elementary School.
Second?
It's been moved and second to approve our town meeting warrant for our annual town meeting of July 7th, 2020 at 6 p.m. at Woodland Elementary School. All in favor? That is a vote. Okay. Moving on is approval of the Spendic Counselor's Field for the Woodland High School graduation. There is a motion there.
I move the Baileyville Town Council approve the use of Counselor's Field for the high school graduation ceremony at Woodland Junior Senior High School, August 1st, 2020. I thought there was a rumor that they might be changing it or something.
I've heard that one.
Should we put something in there to allow for that if they
I
decide
really
to
hope
change
they're not changing it, Steve, because I got an ex-wife that really has been hounding me here, so. What are they talking of changing it to now?
Just earlier. Everybody else has graduated, I guess.
This is, last I knew this was still a date, but
I got an email from Dan Ross just a couple days ago that was
This is
the
it.
date.
You gonna be involved in that, Craig?
unfortunately, probably.
So you'll be able to tell me what rocks I need to move again?
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
No more than we absolutely need to. And that's what we said when we went down with the principal, I said, just.
Cause everyone's
make a
gonna
path,
be
we'll just-
having to sit in their car.
I'd rather have move too many than not enough, just so when everybody's happy and thrilled, and then somebody backs into a rock, it just kinda ruins the.
They gotta do the crash report.
And you're probably gonna have to put cones so that you don't have someone just not watching where they're going.
I'll definitely get with you 2 or 3 or 4 days before to make sure we got all our ducks in a row.
So, motion on the floor.
Second.
In a second. Second. We move in second to approve the Spendic Club Counselor's Field for the Woodland High School graduation for August 1st, 2020. As far as we know, that is the date. If for whatever reason they change, I don't think it needs to come back for a motion. So, all in favor? It's a vote. All right. In here, next, Chris, are you gonna talk about
The employee health insurance options, I think you guys probably need to talk about that in executive session, so move that to the end of the meeting.
Okay.
And keep
Moving on.
Mike, on tap in case you wanna bring him back in and talk to him.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay. Next is an application to register for Vino and Bingo for the American Legion Post 23 Auxiliary.
I move the Baileyville Town Council, sorry,
Oh, that's fine. Go ahead.
No.
Got the motion.
you were gonna ask the chief.
I just wanted to make sure everything's good there.
We're good.
So
Sorry.
slot machines.
Jumping the gun.
Go ahead, Steve.
I move the Baileyville Town Council approve the application to register Beano Bingo for the American Legion Post number 23 auxiliary.
Second?
It's been moved and second to approve the American Legion Post number 23 auxiliary for the Beano bingo application. All in favor? That is a vote. Like I said, we do have some things to sign. All right, moving on to the town manager's report. Chris, I'll let you take over.
Sure, rec department's getting started next week, as Mike had mentioned. He's starting to train his folks this week. They will be taking payment down there for those who don't wanna trot up here to pay. That's, the ATV run for July 18th. They're gonna have to scramble on that because apparently they found out they're gonna need a license for that from the state. That's news to me, but the state's gonna give us some feedback on that. But the rain date there is July 25th, and I think they're looking at using Counselor's Field as sort of like the hub when they come back into town. Task list, one of the things, been sending letters out to our wonderful folks. I think that 21 different letters went out. We had one person call who actually kind of caught us before we sent the letters. But I had one come in today to see me, and he'd already started making payments. And I had one come in yet last week who paid $3,000. So that helped with payments. But again, you know, a lot of these people are 3 years behind. Plus, we have 2020 coming up, so we're trying to hit them as hard as we can for the money. I have about 6 who have not acknowledged. Now, admittedly, some went out last week, but I have about 6 that have not returned. You know, I've not gotten the return yet. And some of them were in the first batch of letters that went out in the first part of June. So we're still working on those wonderful folks.
You just certified?
Hmm?
Certified?
Oh, yes, oh, yes. Let's see, duty free, nothing, there. CV property, we're pulling that can later this week if we can. Campbell Properties, they should come off the list, they're good.
See,
Still-
probably looks a lot better.
And I mean, and I was afraid it was gonna get back, when I saw those Jeeps starting to, you know, multiply up there, I thought it was gonna get bad, but they slowed down on that. Boiler plans for the school, I still have not, I've talked to them again and asking for specifications, I still have not seen anything, there coming in.
Why?
What?
Why?
They still have not sent me a book, and I've asked 3 times, and I'm gonna ask one last time to get a copy of the specifications.
I thought you were gonna draft a letter, or have the lawyers that get involved or
Right.
something.
Okay.
I mean, there has to be a reason why somebody can't put their hand on these plans.
Yeah, I mean, they sent me a copy of the plans, but not the specs.
That's what I mean, but why?
Yeah.
It's not that hard. I mean, they've got
No.
an engineering outfit down there that should be able to give you a copy this afternoon if you wanted it. Especially if he knows where the pipes are. Right? That they filled in the hole.
Yep.
And let's see. Security cameras, gentleman says, from Black Bear says he's gonna be up next week to,
Are you also gonna do the transfer station, Jamie?
Last time I talked about security cameras was we were sitting here, so I had,
and that was all
The
that.
green, we gave the green light for the public works
It
building.
says on that task list,
Yeah.
it says security
Right.
cameras at the town garage.
But I'm talking, are we gonna do them at the
Transfer
transfer
station.
station also?
What do you think?
wouldn't hurt, I guess. Are we better off though just buying a couple of those Ring security cameras or something instead of having thousands of dollars invested, or? This isn't a good example, but Princeton put in some security cameras and it was $15,000 to put some around the town office and library and stuff, which I fought as hard as I could to stop it, but I don't wanna get the same boat where we've got a lot of money invested in it. I mean, those Ring cameras you can get at Lowe's or whatever work awesome, and
And if, you know how that that works up there, but if you have to run a Cat 5 cable, for instance, from your garage to the transfer station, that's a long run.
That is a
It's
long
gonna cost
run.
money.
Well, actually, I don't have Wi-Fi up to the transfer station, so that would be an issue, but,
Yeah.
but Public Works has it.
Yeah, I use the Ring at my house, and I'm very happy with that.
But regardless,
Right now,
cameras are gonna need
I was
Wi-Fi
planning on
anyways,
Public
right?
Works.
Is that-
They do with their Ring.
Well, no, I mean the ones at this
Yeah.
Black Bear,
Yeah, but the one thing with, at
No,
Public Works too, is we can,
they could be
if
hard.
we have it going out to the road, we can at least see what went up there,
True.
you know? Cause I wanna get the two sides across the front, and one on the road.
Well, I mean, if someone's willing to do the legwork to look at these Ring cameras, cause I'm sure they have different sets of them, you know, more than one,
Yeah.
and see what, I mean, I don't know enough about them, but I'm sure someone here could.
I have Ring on my network, and if somebody walks in up by the house, they come on, send me a notification, show me who's out there, you can talk through them if you need to, but
The only thing is, you're gonna need Wi-Fi up there.
But we have it at the
We
town
got it down
garage
there.
anyways.
I don't know that they would be good for, the road, I don't think the resolution for that distance
No.
would be any good.
Especially at night.
I think you'd wanna look at, I talked to Paul about the FLIR cameras, cause those don't, I can tell you right now, the school doesn't have $15,000 wrapped up in their camera system.
That's a good
Okay.
system.
I mean, those FLIR cameras are.
I'm fine with anything, I just didn't wanna spend a pile of money on it.
Right.
Have a subscription that we're paying, all of a sudden the second year is 5,000 a year or something.
Well, in that FLIR, you don't, there's no subscription or anything with those
It's
ones.
just you keep,
Didn't Paul give a bunch of information for here in the office?
No,
Can we have those run into my office, or the patrol office?
can you handle it?
Well, we spend more time there than
No, but I mean,
anybody else around.
if your system will handle it, oh heck, I'll send it all to you.
Oh, Paul probably still right out, cause in your office, they were gonna do one, yours was gonna be the only one with audio.
We had to have one
For
with an
each
audio
division.
shut off
Right,
for a lawyer, called the lawyer button,
I'll have to check with Paul.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
thought
don't
he did
remember
a-
ever seeing a price on any of that.
I'll call Paul, I left him, he's on vacation today, we did not have internet first thing this morning, so I
He was
left
here,
him a call.
fine, this morning.
Alright. Road toll, one that was supposed to be in, March or May, 5th. May is now being postponed to September 17th, and there is no one else on that date. So the Legion has asked for it on that date, and I don't see any problem with that at this point in time. Today I got a call from Healthy Acadia. They also would like to use Spednick Field. This would be July 27th.
Where's that?
What?
Where's that?
They're out of,
No, spend it. Spend it?
oh, sorry, Councilors Field. The Healthy Acadia, is based out of, Washington County one is based out of Machias. And there are things like healthy eating and helping people to eat right, substance prevention, healthy aging, strong beginnings, healthy development from resilience from birth to adulthood, and basic health promotion management. They want to run some sort of event out on the field. They'll bring their own porta potty in and bring their own porta potty out. And they want to do it for one day only, and it's a Monday. And I thought, I don't see any real problem with that one.
What, I mean, some sort of event, kinda leaves doors wide open.
Well, they tend to do things like promote people who wanna start participating in farmers markets and making sure that everyone has access to, what's the program for mothers with kids? WIC. And, they make sure that everyone has access to it, and this is more like a, here's what we have, but they wanna do it in the open air so that they don't have to worry as much about social distancing.
The public outreach.
Yeah, it's their public outreach in this end of the county for this year. Okay.
I just stepped down from their board a couple months ago, and, it's a lot of a lot of good work they do around the two counties, they cover Hancock and Washington County. They came down to 2 classes at the school, parents come in to find out, how to search your kid's room and find drug paraphernalia and those types of things. So, a lot of different things they do for us around here.
What date was that that they wanted?
July 27th, it's a Monday. It'll be an all-day event. Mr. Curtis called about the 4th of July fireworks. He wants to know if we'll still let him have them. I said, sure, and he goes, I want to keep everyone in their cars. And I said, that's even better. So, 4th of July fireworks at this point are a go.
Don't say scratch.
And with that,
That all for you?
yep.
All right, public comments, Bob? Good. Jamie? Marilyn? Mike?
I spoke with, I don't know, some of the councils were here last time, about Pioneer Broadband.
Mhm.
I spoke with them, and they're gonna be helping us setting up so we can have access to that too, through the broadband. And they're also gonna hopefully donate some cameras for us and things, and then set up a possibility of us, if we need to, have a live feed for the council meetings. In other words, hook it up here and go across to my, if we have that, as an option. Just an update.
So they're gonna hook up broadband here
Yes.
in the town office.
They have, they seem to have a much different attitude about dealing with public entities than Spectrum does now.
Yes.
Spectrum, it's like, oh crap, we're forced into it. Pioneer, it's like, this is a way for people to see us.
He was really, he loved it, great, let's do it. So,
He likes the equipment we have too.
yeah, he did.
So this is just for the access channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be for the access channel for those who have Pioneer.
Correct.
And we're still working on getting supposedly, Spectrum is gonna be moving the access channel back down to its original place on the
Really?
line. What?
Really?
The court has said for them to do it, but they're trying to say, well, the case has not been decided, therefore we're dragging our feet. The court has said that they have to serve towns, they have to serve roads that have 15 or more potential customers per mile. And they're saying, no, it's 20. State of Maine is saying it's 15, so they're dragging their feet in that respect too. So again, I think Pioneer, the one thing with Pioneers, with this new system is, it's going to every house. So you don't have to worry about 15 people per linear mile.
Right.
Anyone else have picked up
Anything
Pioneer?
else? All right.
Tim, you got Pioneer right now, right?
Yes.
Anyone else?
Mine's getting installed next Thursday.
All right, we'll move on to counselor closing comments, and we'll start with Carl.
I don't know if it was talked about at the last meeting, cause I wasn't here, but the 3 properties that I asked you to contact and get prices on,
Yes.
have we
Um,
gotten?
Worcester refuses to talk to me.
Okay.
And at this point, the one on the corner is not for sale. Though, who knows if we hit the right point. And the third property, I can't remember which one that is,
Old laundromat.
the old laundromat.
The one on the corner is not for sale.
I did hear there may be a potential buyer for the laundromat.
And then, the other thing was the, online bill pay. Is that something that you've looked into yet or no?
Yes, Trio can do that for us. It's gonna be a different system than what we have, but Trio can do it.
That's it for me.
That's it? Craig?
Just gonna mention that it's nice to see Easter May Electric jumped on that telephone pole until it's been shaped like a banana.
Yeah, the one
They
that's-
jumped on it, so
Certainly
that's
has.
a good thing before it collapses, and I think we would have lost a lot of services in town. There's a lot of things up that pole, so that's
Especially when
nice.
a log truck went by and caught it as it was coming down.
That'd probably be a bad day,
Just-
so, that's good, that's all I got.
Another thing is we're starting to see, it's slow, but we're starting to see some income coming in on the online registration.
Well, I think, if we have online bill pay, whether it's taxes, the rent, or
Yep.
any, I mean, I just. it's-
Everything.
It's a convenient tool, and I think more and more people are just get online and
Done.
have it done.
Acacia?
Just I noticed I've still got a junkyard out past my house. It now has 3 trailers parked there.
The same one that
Yes,
we
it's
talked to before?
Yep. I've been there quite a while too.
Alright. I'll give him a little nudge. Oh, big nudge.
Is that everything?
Yes.
You, Steve?
I'd just like to apologize for not being at the last meeting. I know everyone's time is valuable. I apologize for that.
All right. Task list, does anyone have anything they wanna add to the task list? Nothing? When do you anticipate having the vacation payroll policy in place?
I think I can have it for 1 July.
Okay. And then the other, Mike, did you have a chance that you had left Jamie, the last meeting? Did you talk with him regarding the counselor's field? Do you think there'd be any way before graduation that we could at least get a mowing on the ditch like you guys did last year on the 4th Avenue side? Last year you run, or someone I should say, maybe it was in Public Works.
Yeah, I hired a brush hogger to do that
Right.
last year.
Would it take a brush hog to do that, or is this grass that can be cut?
There are
Are we
trees
talking
in
the
there.
ditch
That
itself,
little-
or kind of that side
The-
going towards,
Well, you know what I'd like to see eventually, is that level with 4th Avenue, you know, somehow, so that we don't have that gully. And maybe it's something like you did up at the cemetery. You know, maybe we need the gully for drainage
right,
purposes.
right.
But what you did up there, and that actually held up very well, I mean, it looks as good today as it did the first day you put it in. I just think it would add to that field, and I know, part of the Spending Club field is over the course of time, the council's field, is to make it, you know, a nice facility, so, and it's things like that that's gonna start popping that.
I'll take a look at it
Okay.
and see what I can do, and
Sure.
we'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Also,
Right,
also
good.
take a look
Absolutely.
at that wet spot down by the softball field they used to talk about when they mowed that.
When they had the mud bowls runs.
Well, it's right down by the, alongside of the softball field.
Yeah, well,
He sometimes does it.
He goes around it, and then we actually go down there with our tractor and go
Yeah.
do it. Probably every couple times he mows it, we go down there and mow it, and
'Cause
just
if-
do it.
if-
It's
if
not
you-
a big deal,
No,
but
if you're gonna modify, look at modifying the other, then that might be an opportunity to get rid of that too.
there's a storm drain right down there. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, there's a reason that's, the water kind of flows that way, sits right
Right.
there.
And that's everything that I have. We do have, it's not on here, but we do need an amendment to the agenda for a possible motion to enter executive session personnel matters. 6C.
Title 1, 6C, right?
So moved.
Second.
All right, we will enter into an executive session at 5:58 for a personnel issue under 1 MRSA subsection C, 6C, I believe. All in favor? That's a
Mike,
vote.
you wanna hang around and